The early 2000s, a not so distant magical time that gave us so many good movies. You know what I'm talking about. Mean Girls, 10 Things I Hate About You, most of the Bring It On series, and this hidden gem that I found out about yesterday called Not Another Teenage Movie. If you can't tell from the title, we're going to be talking about that show today. I am Ramona. Welcome to my YouTube channel. I hope you like the video. This movie was released in 2001 and is directed by Joel Gooden and written by Mike Bender along a few other people. So this movie is on Netflix if you guys want to watch it for yourself. So, like the name suggests, although Not Another Teen Movie is a teen movie, but it's a teen movie satire, and it involves all the good and all the bad of teen movies, which is what, in my opinion, makes it so great. So, the main two characters are Janie Briggs and Jake Weiler. Janie Briggs is played by Claire Lee, I think her name is, or Shyler Lee. Don't quote me on that. And of course, Jake Weiler is played by the baddest king himself, the Chris Evans. Oof. Amazing. There's a lot of other amazing names in there, like Jamie Presley and a lot of other people. So if you guys want to watch a movie, you guys totally should. But Janie Briggs is your typical high school like main character in these type of movies. Like, if I say like one more time, so she's geeky, she does art. Wait till you see the art she does. She has her hair in a ponytail, she has glasses, and like they say, she has paint on her overalls. Which is such a funny part of the movies. And Jake Wilder, played by Chris Evans, of course, is your typical jock. He's like quarterback, he's hot, blue eyes, he hangs with the popular crowd. His girlfriend is literally the hottest one ever. He drives a sports car, you know? So this movie basically follows the typical high school movie, like, plot line, while poking fun at high school movies in every way possible. They managed to put like every movie in there. There was 10 Things I Hate About You, The Breakfast Club. I'm pretty sure they even referenced American Pie at one point. I was like, this is amazing. I love it. How have I never watched this before? So for a quick summary of the movie, you already know Jakey Poo gets dumped by his hot girlfriend for the weirdest person I've ever seen in my entire life. So he gets dumped and he's pretending not to be all bothered about it. He's like, oh my god, bro, it doesn't even matter, bro. Like, I could turn any chick into a popular girl. I can make any chick prom queen. And his friends are like, really, dude? Let's make a bet. So they make the typical, I bet you can't make her prom queen, or in 10 Things I Hate About You, I bet you can't make her date you or fall in love with you. Like, typical bet. So he's like, totally, dude. And they go about the bet and they do it. They do it. So they agree on the bet, and his first instinct is to go talk to her in the lunch line. And it doesn't go over well because he's like, hey, and she's like, why are you talking to me? We haven't spoken to each other in like 4 years. He's like, 5 actually. That one time in the lunch line doesn't count. And so I'm just like, this is hilarious. First of all, you're terrible at this, but it's so good because it's Chris Evans delivering the lines. So that fails, and he's trying to get her with him. So he goes to his sister for help, which his sister, that's a little. You'll see the movie. You'll see what I mean by creepy. I don't like his sister one bit because it's such a weird trope, but it's still funny in a way. It's very outlandish, which fits with the movie. So he asks for sister and helps, and she gives him like the 4 basic ways to get a girl. You have to earn her trust, like woo her, and like a few other things. I forgot what he said, or what her sister said. So he first tries to earn her trust by stopping her brother from getting beat up, and then his brother punches him in the face. So he gets mad and then beats the brother up. So now she's just like, oh my god, what is wrong with you? Next, he tries earning her trust by serenading her and singing to her like how it was done in 10 Things I Hate About You, but that was something else. Like, that's crazy. he does a few other things, it doesn't work out, and then he's like, I'm gonna invite you over to my house. He invites her over, and she basically comes over to be like, can you leave me alone? I'm not interested in you one bit, like I don't want to be around you. So he invites her over, and he's like, I have snack in the kitchen, I'm gonna get you some. He goes to the kitchen and he comes back out with whipped cream on all his important bits. Now, Janie is a better person than I have ever been and ever will be. Because personally, I would have been like, yes, Chris Evans, I'm in fact famished. I am in fact starving. But she's like, I'm not hungry. No, thank you. What do you mean? Okay, the most delicious, top 5, perfectly done piece of beef. I'm talking Japanese 5-star Wagyu. And you're talking about some, no, I'm not. I'm sorry. I don't care how full I may be. I am eating. So she says no, and she leaves the house or whatever. But you already know we gotta move the plot along. So he goes over to her house and he's like, okay, come on, we're going to a party. He brings his sister. You have your typical high school drama makeover scene where his sister's just like, how am I gonna make a hot person hotter? She was like, oh my god, I have the most absurd idea ever. And then she took her ponytail out and took her glasses off. So they did that, and then they went to the party where we had like an homage to 10 Things I Hate About You scene, and she's dancing on the roof, jumps into the pool, which didn't happen in 10 Things I Hate About You, but it's like a dancing homage. So that happened. She comes out of the pool, and then Evans, his name is Jake, but I refuse to call him that. Evan's ex-girlfriend is like, bro, who do you think you are? You're never gonna be popular. You're just a loser with ponytail glasses and paint-stained overalls. At this point, bro, I'm buying paint-stained overalls. I'm not even gonna like make them myself. I'm just gonna buy them. So she pours water on someone that is already wet, and everyone goes crazy while laughing their butts off. So Janie runs away crying in the most hilarious fake crying voice I've ever heard. It's not even like a normal wail. It's like, bro, what are you doing? Okay, stop. So that happens. Blah, 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 blah. He asks her to prom. She's like, totally, yes, of course I'll go to prom with you. And then and then she finds out that it was all a bet. Breaking her heart, just breaking my heart. Yep. So she goes over to Bessie. She's like, hey, Bessie, as in Jake's bestie, you want to go to prom with me instead? They go to prom together. We don't know how they end up together, but they did. So they went to prom together. She's all sad because he took his sister to prom, which she's literally there with some other guy they're watching each other. She leaves. He's like, bro, I'm really in love with Jamie, bro. So then he goes after her, which, mind you, she's going to an airport to go to Paris because she's going to be an art student. An art student, my ass. So she's being an art student or whatever. So he chases after her to the airport. I'm trying not to spoil as much as possible because I want you guys to experience it for the first time. But let me tell you, that scene is so funny, bro. Where the best friend chasing after her too, bro. So long story short, he stops her at the gate and he tells her some bullshit, and then you already know who it is, the baddest bleep ever. Pretty in Pink was like, the lady that plays Pretty in Pink, I don't know her name, but she was like, bro, you're not gonna take his BS, are you? And then she was like, you're right. So he tried again, also BS again. He just bought BS 3 times. He's like, you know what, I'm gonna forgive you, because he basically was like, she's right, go to Paris. I think you'll have a better life without me if you go and you chase your dreams, bro, because we're not going to end up being together forever anyways. And she's like, oh my god, you're trying to do reverse psychology on me. Of course I'll stay with you. I wish I was lying. And it ends like how every other typical high school movie ends. Guy gets girl, girl gets guy, happy ever after. Now, what sets this movie apart is the whole entire fact that this movie is a joke. It definitely is a joke. It's a joke from the start. It has always been a joke. It is literally a joke. It's a satire film. And it's just poking fun about everything, or the typical normal high school tropes that's going on, in every other typical high school film. And it does it in such a beautiful way that wouldn't fly today. That makes it such a gem. If they were to do what they did in that movie now, they would get canceled immediately. No questions asked. And it's such a shame because I feel like if we really allowed artists to have like freedom and poke fun at certain things, even when they're not necessarily from that demographic, it would be amazing. I feel like we should let that line dwindle a little bit for like commentary and stuff. And yeah, like it was really good. Like a few things I want to point out in the movie about is like how they talked about like the token black guy. He was like, his friend asked him to hold his books for him really quickly, and he's like, I mean, sure, I'm just supposed to be the token black guy that just stands around and just say things like, what? Yo, that's crazy. And it was so funny to me because it's really pointing out stuff in the movies that normally wouldn't get pointed out, especially in the early 2000s like that. So I was like, I love that it did that. It's just pointing out like crazy tropes, even like the French girl. You have to watch a movie for that one. Boy, oh boy. But this was just me rambling about not another high school or another teenage movie. It's a really great movie, and I think that you should totally watch it. I hope you enjoyed my like ramble, because I'm looking for someone to ramble about and I have no friends. So yeah, and a little about my character on screen that I'm drawing. I haven't figured out how to fix it yet. I just started doing this, so I'll find a better way to like have the drawings in the background like better. But this is my character Smite. I like her, she's pink. So thank you for watching again. Really appreciate it. Enjoy the rest of your day, and hopefully I don't know if you heard that part, I said it really low. Enjoy the rest of your day, and hopefully if you watch the movie you'll enjoy it as much as I did.